What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hungry People Podcast, home of the hungriest person in America. There's your boy, Michael Patrick Buckley, and we're back with another episode. What's good with it? How we doing today? We living, we loving, we chilling, we hanging, we grinding, we thriving. We better be. We better be. Guys, so on last week's episode, I did a little response/reaction. I guess it was more of a reaction. It wasn't really a response, more of a reaction. Maybe I should have said that. But I reacted to AJ and Jillian. AJ was on her channel. He did an interview with her talking about him no longer being vegan. And I responded/reacted to it. So that was last week's episode. A lot of good stuff in there. I do want to do more reactions like that, whether they are in podcast format, which I feel like it's a little more tougher to do that as a podcast, but it may be like that. I may just make it a podcast. I feel like I can kind of make it whatever I want, even though I feel like a podcast is more kind of sit back, relax, have a good conversation, but I still think that I could maybe do that. So maybe I'll do it as a podcast or just do it as a video for the YouTube channel. We'll see. But I do want to react to more videos and more content here online. If you have any videos that you actually want my reaction to, I would love to do that. Please send anything over. I would prefer if it's within the 10 minutes, be like pretty good. That's like ideal. 15 to 20 minutes max. I feel like 20 is too long. 38 was the last video I did with AJ in it. That's definitely too long. I feel like doing more 5 to 10-minute videos is better and more ideal. So, but yeah, if you have a video and you want me to react to it, please send it over. There's a lot of stuff that I want to learn myself and then I want to react to and speak on and stuff. So definitely send it over. But so today I'm just going to share a story of a recent experience that I've had with my life and my body. Let's get right to it. Let's fucking get right to the punch, baby. So it was 2 Sundays ago. Yes, 2 Sundays ago. And I was hanging out with my buddies. We went to this place in Wexford, Pennsylvania called Shooters. Shooters is a golf range simulator, kind of like Topgolf. I'm sure you've heard of Topgolf before. This is kind of like what's the word? A mock Topgolf. We can go with a mock Topgolf. It was actually nice, pretty cool, fun, good people around. It wasn't too expensive, which is great, and you could pretty much just hit as many balls as you want in the hour time period that you had, which is really, really awesome. So, if you're listening to this and you are from Pittsburgh and you like golfing, which I don't imagine there's golfers in Pittsburgh listening to this podcast, but if you are, check it out. It's a lot of fun. So we were there and we wanted to go there for the night. We got there around 4:00 and we stayed till 9. We were only supposed to stay 2 hours maybe, but we were there till 9:00. There were a bunch of people that came down. Okay, not a bunch, but some of my coaches, our coach that I play for, came down and he brought his kids and he brought some of his buddies and some of our other friends in the group came along as well. So we were all golfing there, teeing off, having a good time, hitting irons, hitting drivers. You know the deal. There was some alcohol there. I only had one drink, and that was I only drank that because I had to for my fantasy football league. My team, if you don't score above a certain point, you got to chug a beer. So I did that. I actually, funny enough, I'm actually really good at chugging a beer. I guarantee you I could beat you. For some reason, I'm extremely skillful at it, and I can throw it down 2.5 seconds. I mean, that's probably like a 12-ounce beer, maybe 16-ounce beer or whatever. But give me a glass, I'll throw that bitch back. Which is funny coming from a guy who doesn't really drink that much. I would consider myself not a drinker, even though I do drink. I actually spoke on that before, but enough. So, yeah, so we were there having a good time, and we ordered some food. Okay. Now, there wasn't much in the menu for me. of course, figures that's just kind of how it goes. But I was like, I'm kind of hungry. I want to eat. And when you're around that kind of environment, at least me, if they're eating, I kind of want to eat too. I don't want to just like be there and not eat. I think some people can do that. I've done it in the past. I don't want to do it anymore. So I want to be in the moment. I want to enjoy the experience, and I want to eat some of the food that's there. So I did that. We got nachos and salsa, or chips and salsa and guac. Not very good. I'm eating them. I'm even looking at them and I'm like, damn, these just don't look that good. They're really oily. They didn't seem like they were cooked well enough in the fucking oil. It was just nasty. Legit, I feel like I could just take a napkin and wipe off the oil on the chip. And that's just not ideal at all. I even told my one buddy, Cam, I said, dude, these chips aren't even that good. He said, why do you keep eating them then? I'm just like, I don't know. I guess that's just kind of how it was. I was like, oh, whatever, just eat them. And I bought them. I was like, I want to eat them. So let's do it. So that was that. That's all I had there. Just the chips, salsa, and guac. The guac wasn't really that good either. Ugh, just kind of like bar guac. Ain't no Chipotle guac or Brewer guac. That's for damn sure. Anyways, we got to a restaurant later in the evening. We didn't get there till 9:30 or so, maybe 10. But I said, you know what? I'm here. I'm gonna enjoy the moment again. I'm still pretty hungry. I only had chips and salsa and guac. I can definitely, use some more food. So I got a vegan pizza, really good. No cheese. Sauce was delicious. Pepper or banana peppers, onions, mushroom. I mean, it was a beautiful pizza. Tasted delicious. And matter of fact, the waitress accidentally brought out chips too for us. So I had some chips, and this is just kind of like, you know how you have fries? This is just chips, fried in oil. It wasn't like Lay's potato chips, but homemade chips you get at a restaurant. That's what that was. And I was, munching on some chips, and they were good. And I ate my pizza, put it all down because I'm like that and I can do that. Feeling good. I get home, crawl into bed, knock out. I wake up in the morning, and usually the first thing that I do in the morning is go to the bathroom. Yeah, hope that's ideal. Get up, take it number 2, get that stuff out of you, and move on. So I get up and I'm like, whoo, it's time, baby. It's time. Let's go. I get to sit down and I'm like, oh my gosh, my stomach is killing me. What is going on? What is happening? And I'm sitting there on the toilet and I'm like, oh my gosh, my stomach. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my stomach. What is happening? Oh my gosh, my stomach hurts so bad. Legit. So for the next, I'm not kidding, 3 hours, I did not leave the toilet. Fortunately for my job, work from home, can kind of pretty much set up my own schedule as long as I get my work done. It was okay. It's for a time like that. That's where this kind of life comes into play, and it's extremely beneficial and useful. If I had to go in, I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna be late, dude. I'll be there, but I'm gonna be late today. Sorry. And then they'll say, oh, the bitch at you, complain to you. Not for me though, so I'm okay. But man, it was extremely painful what I was going through. And I know there's a lot worse out there. I could get shot, I could get stabbed. But in that time, I'm thinking, damn, this hurts. It did not feel good what I went through whatsoever. So I'm still just sitting there going on the toilet, stuff still coming at me. Like, I'm not kidding. 3 hours I was in the toilet. Pain. And actually, after 3 hours, I was like, I gotta just like maybe drink something, get something in me, get some fluids in me. So I did drink some water. And matter of fact, after that was the time when it like kind of clicked and I felt better sort of immediately. This is actually something to where someone would say, oh, you're detoxing. Just let the detox keep going. You're getting stuff out of you. Just let it keep going. Don't ruin your detox. I feel like that's something where someone would say something like that. No, I just felt like complete utter shit. And the water actually helped me. Like my body needed water at that time, and I feel like the water did help me. So, uh, yeah, I just don't believe all that fucking bullshit detox that people talk about. So now I think that this happened. I don't know if it was like actually. Hold on, before I answer that, before I say that, I think it was kind of. I don't want to say a stomach bug. Maybe I had. I think I had food poisoning because legit after that I was done. I got up and I don't. I'm not gonna say I was back to normal just like that, but I was pretty functioning. That's for sure. I went to the store, actually got some juice, came back and drank the juice, and I felt good. I was working. I actually I actually worked out that night. Decently hard too. I didn't. I mean, I go as hard as I usually do, but I got it in. I got it done, and it was an okay workout. So there's that. Oh, I also did puke a little bit too. It just be. Let's not talk about that. Um, but yeah. So I think it was definitely more of food poisoning, maybe a stomach bug, something to that regard. Whatever it was, it happened, and it is what it is. And I believe that that happened because of the food choices that I make, and I firmly believe that it was those nasty oily chips that I had at the restaurant. Legit, in the past, it'd be almost 5 years since I've been vegan. The past 5 years, the only times I've gotten sick, actually, I wouldn't consider that being sick because I still was able to function during the day, but had instances like that was because of food poisoning. Legit, nothing else. Uh, there's there's bad food out there. There's food that doesn't get washed and is contaminated and can do nasty stuff to your gut. It happens. Um, but yeah, so that was not a fun experience whatsoever. And then actually the next day I got up and same thing kind of happened. My stomach was still hurting a little bit. Didn't feel that good, but I got it out of me and worked out again that day, pretty much in full. Not maybe not in full again, but still worked out, went to the gym, and I was chilling. Had some soup that evening actually. Let's good to go. We're back at it. Now, the main point that I want you to get out of this experience is to not, okay, stay with me here. It is to not be afraid to have simple meals. It's okay to eat simply and live simply. You don't have to go and follow 9,000 ingredient recipes that all these people have out there. Eating tofu, rice, and broccoli is great. Eating rice, beans, and tomatoes with lettuce and a salad is delicious. Eating apples, eating bananas, eating dates, eating figs, eating peaches, eating mangoes, eating fruit, eating vegetables with, you want to do seitan or a soup, or eating a salad with nuts and seeds. Nothing crazy. It's good to eat simply and live simply. And I think that's one of the best parts about this lifestyle and this way of living is that I rarely have digestive issues or stomach pains or cramps or mainly that, like, kind of issues down the stomach. I mean, look what I eat. The food that I eat, it's so easily digestible. It's cooked fully, simple ingredients, tastes delicious. It's soothing, it's fulfilling, it's satiating, it's satisfying. I don't need to do all these crazy recipes that people have out there. I'll just eat potatoes. I don't care. That's just it is what it is. And for those of you that follow me on Instagram, I post pretty much every meal that I eat. Most of the time I do. There's some times where I don't do it. But most of the time I do post everything that I eat on my Instagram channel. This actually leads me into whoa, the lighting there on the screen. This leads me into talking too about this past episode that I did on AJ and his and like in reacting to it. he had a time period in his life where he was doing bananas and rice only, pretty much only that for however long he did it, right? And I think it's cool. I think it's fun to experiment with certain foods and see how your body reacts and whatnot. You got to realize too, there's that when you take away certain foods from your diet, your gut microbiome is not going to be as used to digesting those foods when you leave them out for so long. So yeah, it's cool to monomeal stuff, and people, people go on these like watermelon fasts and do juice fasts and stuff. And yeah, I can see it if you're trying to heal something, but I think at the end of the day, you're just messing up your gut, and you're actually making things worse. You're making the matter worse. Now you could heal from whatever you're dealing with, for sure, no doubt about it, definitely. But still, there's still going to be some sort of consequence from doing a mono fast or whatever juice fast, whatever you're doing. There's still going to be some sort of consequence, whatever that may be. You're going to find out for yourself, whatever that is. I dealt with it. AJ dealt with it. All these people dealt with it. It ain't all sunshine and rainbows out there. That's for damn sure. So when you, so I get it. You want to eat simply, right? Like AJ, like me. Bananas and rice just isn't enough, in my opinion. I actually mentioned that on my concluding thoughts of the episode. I said, hey, dude, that's great. If you want to do bananas and rice, cool. Or if someone wants to only do bananas and rice, awesome. I'm all for it. If you're getting good results, you feel good, you can do this, you can do that, you have energy, blah, 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 you can rock and roll. Great. I still think that get some vegetable matter in you, even if it is a green juice. Even if it is just, I'm a big romaine lettuce guy. Like, I love romaine. I'm all in on romaine. Romaine the fuck up. I should be the romaine king. That should be my new name on Instagram. Romaine mother king. That's what I should be. Instead of the banana bruiser. So get some romaine in you. Get something. Even no matter how good you feel, doing something like so restrictive as like that, I feel like isn't going to get you the best results long term, right? Now, it'd be different I feel like it's a little bit better if you're doing, bananas. Let's say for whatever reason you are doing bananas all day. Cool, that's fine. Do bananas all day. Do whatever you got to do. For dinner, let's say for dinner you do 3-4 times a week, you do rice only. Okay, well, the other 3 days or 4 days, add some other stuff in, add some other foods in. The gut is everything, baby. The microbiome is it is what it is, man. It's everything. It's life. The gut is the centerpiece, So anyways, let's come back to the beginning here, right? So you eat like shit. A lot of times you're going to feel like shit. You eat nice, simple, delicious meals. You have a way better chance of not feeling like shit. That's for damn sure. That's why I'm a big component of eating nice, simple, easy to make, quick meals and recipes, and not all this crazy flamboyant. Oh, look at this. It takes 5 hours to prepare and 6 hours to cook. Do this. Nah. That ain't it, man. That's not me. And it's kind of tough because those are the kind of people that get all the followers and that that have all the fame on Instagram and stuff. But yeah, so it's okay to mess up. I feel like I don't think I messed up though. It happens. It's life. It is what it is. It's great to learn from, and it's great to experiment. You gotta experiment, right? So cool. You want to do bananas and rice, experiment. See what happens. See how you feel. Just know that sort of restriction long term may not get you the best results. So find the foods that you really enjoy, that you really love, and eat them over and over again. I'm still eating. It's been 3 years or so, 4 years of this banana thing. I still love bananas. Still love them. I eat them all the time. I had bananas and dates the other day. I'm like, oh my gosh, this combo it's to die for. It's so good. It's delicious. I love it. And my body's like, fire me up, baby. So don't be afraid to eat simply, but don't fully restrict everything from your diet. Anyways, guys, that's all I have today. Stay up, be great. Always keep it 100.